it was probably about December 23rd, 2016. Catherine and I were sitting there working on some labs, and Catherine goes, "Hey, have you ever seen How the Grinch Stole Christmas? Like, how does that dog carry all of that sled?" And I was like, "Wow, we should do an indie lab on that." And here we are. So everybody knows this.
Look, it's dog.
But what about him? There's a circle. So if you have ever seen this movie, that's a pretty large sled, and that's a pretty small dog. So we were like wondering how Max could have possibly carried all of that stolen Christmas cheer. So we watched this video. We saw the Grinch stealing all the stuff.
There's a lot of stuff.
We watched this like probably 5 or 6 times just so that we could count every single thing that the Grinch stole, even the log. I just think that's pretty weird, personally. Alright, that's probably good. We can probably skip to the next one. So, after all this, with all of the Christmas trees in Whoville, including the large one, they had wreaths between their houses, we had lights, ornaments, the average food in a Who's fridge. We found it to be a whopping 654.14 kilograms. That's a lot of mass. So, I took this video and we put it into Logger Pro and analyzed the velocity of the Grinch's sled and over time to find its acceleration. We found it to be about 0.22 meters per second, which is like, alright, but I mean it's fair because that's a big sled. So we had to connect this to real life. So there came Graham. Graham is an adorable creature. But he also can pull sleds. So, with Graham's sled pulling, we kept adding mass to the sled, and so we measured his acceleration also with Logger Pro.
Yeah, we just like checked the points.
And we Googled the frictional coefficient between grass and like a hard, slick plastic.
Yeah.
Which was what the sled was. Yeah, it's about 0.2. And then we also...
Okay.
Okay, so to find my dog's acceleration, we started it when the sled was stopped, and then once he got up to a constant speed, so that's what we did.
And then we multiplied that by the mass that was in Graham's sled, and we found the force on the sled, and that was just like the coefficient of friction times the normal force on the sled, and then the force that Graham exerted on the sled was the net force, and then so we basically added the net force to the frictional force to see the force that Graham exerted. So we only had, I think, about 4 usable points from Graham's data. I mean, he's a dog. You can't really expect him to be like super into physics. So, but we found that his acceleration was, this is his force. Okay, so we plotted acceleration versus inverse mass, which would be average force exerted, because we found that as we increased the mass, Graham's acceleration got smaller.
Yeah.
For most cases, I think there might have been some especially good lunch meat for a certain trial, so we had to avoid that. But yeah, and so we found that he exerted an average force of about 13 newtons, which was pretty solid. So then, yeah, we had our error, which came from, so we averaged the force to find our error, and then ran that with the slope, and it was about 13%, which is pretty solid. So then we had calculated Max's error and his force based on his sled's acceleration. It was pretty large, about 5,000%. So they messed up pretty good. So
Strong dog.
yeah. But I mean, it's fair. There was some pretty crazy stuff going down in the 60s, so they were probably thinking about other stuff. Also, we know that the world of Whoville is probably not very legit, because we have a Grinch. He's about the average size of a man, according to our calculations. About 6 foot tall. He probably shouldn't be able to lift that. So,
But his heart grew 10 sizes.
Right.
3.
What if it's not
It
Earth?
was 10.
What, has 3?
Yeah, it was.
No.
Oh, jeez.
What if it's not Earth?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
No, it's definitely 10.
I thought it was 10.
So, to sum it all up, we learned, well, we already kind of knew, but we supported the idea that net force is mass times acceleration. We were definitely lied to as children. They don't care about physics at all. Max is a super dog. And Graham's super cute, and you should follow his Instagram. It's Instagram.33. You should check him out.
Ha!
Alright.
It's